most of the things that I've seen on the internet when it comes to exercises are things that are, just to put it bluntly, just straight up clickbait. They are things that people are doing because it's different. It's very unique. It shows a lot of butt cheeks or whatever. And these exercises is putting a lot of people at risk for hurting themselves, and it's just wasting a lot of damn time. So I have here written out just a few factors that you should be considering before you even listen to someone online and before you even start doing an exercise. So the first thing that I have written here is you got to know what your starting point is, and you got to also know what their starting point is. So what do I mean by this? Well, let's say if you're going to listen to someone, you got to make sure your story, where you started at, aligns with where they started at. So for a lot of people, it's like, I've never really been in shape, so I don't really know how to start. And it's like, dude, I get it. I was there too. Or if someone's like, yeah, I used to be in shape, but now I'm not in shape, and I'm feeling a little bit disappointed in myself. And it's like, dude, I get it. I've been there as well. So they may not be the overweight person now, but were they ever? Or if you're skinny and you're looking to put on weight, was this person ever skinny and then figured out how to put on more weight? Because if they're at the result that you want to be at, and they got there by starting where you started at, that's a good match. That means you can kind of trust what that person is going to say. This is like a little side note. Just because someone's in shape, it doesn't mean doing what they do will get you in shape. They might be doing the thing because they're in shape, but doing that thing may not have necessarily gotten them there. So with the example of like, well, Arnold works out legs every day, or he worked out legs every single day when he was Mr. Olympia, and steroid stuff aside, maybe he was working out legs every day because he was in that shape. I don't think he got in that shape by working legs every day. He may have gotten to a point where he's like, yeah, I don't see any progress unless I work legs every day. But he worked up to that point. Now, the second factor is your goal lined up with what the outcome of the exercise is trying to provide. If you want to look a certain way, you got to train to look that way. You got people seeing these really cool exercises online that don't line up with their goal. They're like, oh, well, I'm doing this to build strength. And it's like, but aren't you trying to lose weight? Then why are you doing the strength building thing? Well, if I get stronger, won't I lose weight? No, if you get stronger, you get stronger. Like but if I get stronger, I build more muscle. It's like, no, if you go to the gym to build more muscle and you do the exercises to build more muscle, you'll build more muscle. And it's like, it sounds very like on the nose, but it's true. Like I had that happen where I early on went to a personal trainer. I just told them like, I want to get stronger. But I told them that because I was embarrassed to tell them that I wanted to lose weight, because at the time in the fitness industry, only girls wanted to burn fat. Guys, we wanted to get strong and get bigger, but I was already big. I was already overweight. I didn't want to get bigger. I didn't even want to get stronger. I wanted to burn fat. But I was too embarrassed to say I wanted to burn fat. So that's a little different thing there. But you got people trying to get stronger because they like seeing the numbers go up. But it's like, dude, what's your real goal? They're like, well, I want to lose fat. And it's like, fantastic. Let's just do exercises to burn fat. So outcome of the exercise, what is your goal? For example, I want to build my lateral shoulders. I'm going to do lateral raises because it works that muscle to grow that muscle. Bada bing, bada boom. One of the last things I put on here as well is your why and their why. Why are you doing this? Why are you going to the gym? Do you want to look good? Is that why they're trying to help train people to look good? Is your why just to feel a little bit better? You want to be able to like move freely, not be in pain? Is that why they're doing it? And then also on top of their why, are they providing content? Are they doing things just to get clicks, just to get views? 10 reasons why you need to do inverted pull-ups. The hell is even an inverted pull-up? Why should you upside down bicep curls? I can't think of a single reason, let alone 10 reasons why you got to do upside down bicep curls. Well, you got to look out for those things. So to help you with kind of picking out the exercises, I made a little drawing here. I'm not only an exercise scientist, I guess I'm an artist myself. But to put it very simply, like if you want to work certain areas, you got to do exercises that work that specific area. I'm a big proponent, big advocate of isolated exercises. And what I mean by that is, let's say you're doing chest, you're working out your chest right here. You want to do exercises and you want to lift weights that target just the chest. So if you are doing exercises that are like too heavy or too many movements, what it starts to do is it taps into all these other areas. You're getting the shoulders a little bit. You're getting the triceps a little bit. You might be tapping into chest a little bit, but you're also tapping into 50 other muscle groups. So how could you really grow that one muscle if you're working all these other muscles? You got to pick a weight. You got to do a certain amount of reps, and it has to be a specific exercise that targets that specific muscle. Like I was saying with the lateral raises, I do lateral raises because I want to just target the lateral shoulders, and I'm picking a weight that is light enough where I'm feeling it, but not so light where it's not causing any resistance, any tension on the muscle, but also not so heavy where I gotta like, you see how this is moving? Like, you don't want that. You just want to like, right there. The more you can just like tap into whatever that specific muscle is, the better you can work that muscle. You know, this is not whisper down the lane. This is not a game of telephone where you start in like one place and then hope it like trickles out to the rest. Like, no, target that muscle. Do the exercise for that muscle. And just to reiterate, you got to know where you started at, and you got to know where the person that you're listening to started at. Do they even have the experience? Have they ever had gone on the personal journey of transformation themselves that they can then tell you how to do it? Like, you wouldn't hire a tour guide to take you up Mount Everest if they've never been up Mount Everest before, or if they've only done it once. You know, I've had to lose fat, build muscle multiple times, not out of intention, because I got out of shape very unintentionally, but I had to then intentionally lose the fat multiple times. So I've done it a bunch. I know exactly what to do. Is your goal related to the outcome of the exercise? Is the exercise going to build the muscle if that's what you want? If you want to build strength, is it going to build the strength or not? Is it isolating the muscle that you want? If it's not, maybe don't do it. And you got to line up your why with their why. Just like, you know, take a moment to pull yourself out of the situation and just ask yourself, like, is this person genuinely trying to like help me on my fitness journey, or are they just trying to help grow their own channel so they can just like make lots of money? And are they just doing these exercises because they look very unique and different and they promise to give you very unique and different results? Because the truth of the matter is, if you stick with the basics, you get phenomenal results. If you keep it simple, you get super fast results. That's what I found, at least. I do the same exercises because they simply work. You know, they're not going to just not start working, and there's not some weird secret maneuver that people in history's past who were in phenomenal shape didn't hear of. It's like, no, it's the human body has really not changed that much. If you want to work a particular muscle, you got to target that particular muscle. So I hope that this video was informative, gave you a little bit of insight of what to do and how to discern whether you should listen to a trainer, whether you should do a particular exercise, because there's a lot of people out there that are just totally misguiding you on your journey. And I don't want you to be led down the wrong path. And worst of all, I don't want you to even get injured. Like, yeah, it sucks to waste your time in the gym doing dumb exercises, but what sucks more is you do a bad exercise and then you hurt yourself. That happened to me multiple times. Now I just stick with the basics and I get really great results because simply just a lot of people just aren't sticking to the basics. So thanks so much for watching. If you got any questions, I want this to be a communicative type of community here. So drop some comments down below. I will answer them. Thanks so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Peace.